question I get all the time is if I wear my wild, very detailed, very out there looks out. The answer is hell no. I don't have the outfits to support the level those looks are at. I honestly don't show out enough. When I do wear looks that are very extra, outgoing, avant-garde, and it'll probably be for like an event. I don't mean like makeup event because I don't get invited into those. Makeup looks like this, love them. They're great for photography and they're great to give everybody else inspo as well. It's just really a creative outlet. I love doing it. I love doing it on people whenever I get the chance. I'm filming on my phone again because I don't have the tripod for my big ass camera. I'm tempted to buy another camera. No, I'm not allowed to do that. I have to save money. I can show you guys how to make a budget, but what I do work out are simple editorial looks because I do like a little bit of editorial flair when I'm feeling a little bit extra from day to day. And I'm gonna share with you what my editorial go-tos for day to day are. I feel like these are very wearable. Just be aware that the makeup has to have an element of man repellent to it. So keep that in mind. We like that. We like that here. That's what we're doing. It doesn't repel my man. I don't know about y'all. There's actually like a bunch of arguing going on one of the looks I did in the comments. I wrote makeup for the girls. The people who get it, and the people that don't argue in my fucking comments saying, I don't know about you guys. I don't know what kind of man you guys have, but my man likes my makeup. That's not what I said. Whatever. Not all men, I guess, but you will repel a lot. What I always go for, always, I would say this is like close to an every time I do makeup look, some kind of shimmer on the lighter side, and I bring it all the way up to my eyebrow, wash it all over my lids. I will demonstrate right now. A shimmer though, not a sparkle, but when I add sparkle, I just dab a little over the lid. This one is the Judy Doll highlighting powder, but it's a fantastic eyeshadow as well. And I take some on my finger. And you bring that all the way up to your brow, all over your lid. And it just brings that editorial flair to the look. Take a shot every time I say editorial flair. Editorial flair because you are catching light everywhere you turn. I feel like it brings this ethereal glow to the eyes. I feel like every time I want to say brings youth to my face, I want to say it euthanizes me. That's not the right word. Love to combine it with Makeup Forever Endless Plum Smudge It. Put it on my lips. I love Endless Plum. So I just bring it in my waterline. I usually don't use a black liner during the day. It's not really something that I'm avoiding, but I just reach for lighter colors during the day. Not like this is light, but just not black. Then a little bit on my outer corner to kind of get lift. Is this editorial flair or is this rockstar girlfriend? Really, they're one and the same. Fingers are the best tools. They really are. They really are. To give that lift and clean up, just use whatever is left over on your foundation or concealer brush. Green eyes and hazel eyes. No, you need it. One thing you need. I hope I can influence you. I can't get enough. Also, hi everybody. Welcome back. Another thing I love, and a palette I strongly recommend. If you're trying to get into color, get a little more creative, but just want a colorful staple. Claire's Psyche's box. So good, so sensational. This is my second one. These three, absolutely changed my life. I really hope Claire's starts selling individual shadows because I run through these. I use this palette all the time. I can't recommend it enough. I do get questions about Claire's other palettes. I do love the Real Fantasy palette if you kind of want to expand and add a little more depth, add a little more vibrancy. And I'm in love with Crystalline. The sparkle it has is like a wet sheen. I love it so freaking much. I love it so. Did I say that? Well, I love it. These colors I never really touch. I'm not really a rose gold person. It is really pretty. What the fuck? That didn't look like that before. No. I think I'm going through something right now. The butterfly palette I've gotten more questions about than not real fantasies. Claire's like second palette. This palette though, the colors are beautiful, but the shades I was very excited for, this pink one right here, they kind of fade away. And that's not to say that they're bad shadows, because not all eyeshadows are meant to be super saturated on the lid, super opaque. But no matter how much I layer these right here in comparison to the Psyche's box and the Real Fantasy and some other palettes with pastels, they don't stay that intense. They're more for like a really nice wash of color over the lid. But if you want to build that intensity, I haven't got that out of these shades right here. But it's still a really beautiful palette, but don't expect super saturated long wear from this one. This one though, if you want more true primary, secondary, and some neutrals, this palette is so dirty. I would go for the LH Cosmetics color palette. Phenomenal quality palette, and the white is, I hope they also sell individual pans, because this white is one of the best whites I've ever tried. It's so easy to build up. I love it. I think the only other white that was that good was one from a Beauty Bay palette. I probably have a video on it somewhere. And Taco from Sugar Pill. Anyway, moving on. What else I love doing? A little pop of color in the front of the brow or at the brow bone. Sprite right here at the brow bone. Oh, look at this. Unbelievable. And this looks so nice with a really fresh base. This also looks fucking good with full glam. Put some right here. I think it looks gorgeous. And then some of that shimmer, keeping it focused on the center. Not going out to my outer corner. Okay, outer corner? Yeah, that's what I said. And some really dark mascara coating the lashes, nice and separated. Oh, I don't know. Okay, cleaning this up. I went down a Fall Out Boy rabbit hole again. Not again. I mean again, because the last time I went down a Fall Out Boy rabbit hole was when I was like 14. Why is Pete Wentz still fine? That's what I think. That's my opinion. It's my opinion. And then I was thinking about how he was with Ashley Simpson for a long time. And then I started thinking about Jessica Simpson. And I remember how fucking brutal the media was to that woman. The media in the 2000s, two women, oh my God, fucking maniacal, fucking brutal to all of them. Perez Hilton, I'm gonna be sick. Placement, front of the brows. I've been really liking slate blues, slate grays. I did just receive one from Half Magic. I guess that. There was one from CoverGirl that I loved, but I can't find it anywhere. But that one washed all over the lid. Yeah, no, sensational. I really like this formula. These are Sparkle Stick. But these are the Sparkle Sticks. They just came out. And I love this at the front of the brow. I just really like how the placement here, especially if it's a little bit of a darker color, it just brings so much intensity to this hollowed area here under the brow. So this is just all I do. Super light hand, blending it out in this area, just cleaning it up really lightly with whatever is left over on my foundation brush, and not buffing like this, just kind of pulling, because I do want there to be that blend into the bridge of my nose. Love. All these looks have been tested outside in sunlight. I think the biggest thing is what works for you for your base. With these looks, I can't always wear really heavy foundation. It has to look really light on my skin. I'm aging. It makes me look like I'm aging more. So I try to keep it really fresh when I want to combine it with these looks. So just keep that in mind. But some people, and I'm envious. I'm envious. You know the MAC employee beat? The MAC employee base? And it looks so good in all lighting. And you can tell, I really like this. You can tell there's foundation on their face. It's not cakey, but but you can tell there's that structure that they built under their foundation. And it's just something about their beat. Like, oh my god, the UK girly beat, phenomenal. Next, transitions. I actually want to try something. I'm kind of in shock that Princess looked the way it did because I really don't reach for it. What in the you know, I did really intense looks before, like really no direction going on. I just really wanted to experiment all at fucking once and I would share it. So it just wasn't a shade that I was reaching for at the time. And because of that, I just didn't take a second look at it over time. So I'm a little bit in love. I'm so happy. Well, I'm kind of glad I got to rekindle this flame with this shade. Okay, so this shade I love. It just has... No! This is a twist up! Oh my god. No, this is a twist up! I thought this was a different pencil. What the fuck? I was fucking going in on it too. What is this? I'm actually the definition of somebody with no fucking wrinkles on their brain. What's wrong with me? Okay, another favorite. LH Cosmetics. This twist up? No. Anyway, this shape has such a huge place in my heart. It is a go-to over the years. And whenever I'm doing this shape, I'm not really wearing anything on the lid. Just this liner on its own, maybe smudged my waterline, mascara. I usually just take a black liner, whatever color I go for, but it's usually black when I do this shape. And if you got a nice little pencil, look, I don't even need to blend it out. The little spermy shape. I only say that because everybody calls it a sperm shape before I can. You're not gonna get me before I got you. Take a little gel pencil. I don't suggest a creamy pencil that is not a gel because you do want it to set down. With a gel, you have that time in the beginning before it dries down to kind of buff it out if you need to. And then a super light hand and you flick. Like, come on. Live a little. I love this shape. Love a dewy blush. Love it to look sunburned. I know I did a sunburn look video because of the trend, because of the GQ China photo shoot, but we're out there. We really love the sunburn look. In middle school or in high school, and I would go to school sunburnt. Like you knew I went to the beach and you knew I had a good time. You knew you wish you were there too. You wish that was you. And now I can achieve that look. Editorial flair, take a shot. Finishing this off with a few little dots, just a few. Usually put one under here, up here, one right here. Are those our moles? Gets closer. Those are dots. Why did she put those dots there? Repelled. Some mascara. You can also play around with colorful mascara. I usually reach for the most, not too bright of colors just because it doesn't fit the vibe I'm going for. So I usually reach for like a deeper red or a deeper blue. I would like more of a cobalt blue, but I can't really find a cobalt blue, or at least I haven't found one that doesn't look chunky once you layer it on and want to get that opacity that you're looking for. I did hear that Benefit Cosmetics is a really nice one. I think I saw Aoife Cullen wear one, but that's really it. I had a Huda one, and that was kind of the one that if I layered on too much, it would look too chunky. And then if I applied it in a way that isn't chunky, just coating individual lashes, it was not the intensity that I wanted for that shade. So I might get the Benefit one. Listen Cosmetics has some really nice ones. And then dots, symmetrical. And usually these on their own are just like a light shimmer all over the lid. Not the brow though. You kind of have to play around with your face, what works for it. Combining a bunch of them, they tend to look messy. I've kind of been able to figure out what I can combine together, what I can only wear on its own, basically not looking like I've overdone it. I recommend. I can't get enough of this shade. So I think it was like $2 or $3 on YESSTYLE. I have a code if you want it. I'll put it right here. But okay, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for right now. These are really my go-tos for day-to-day light editorial light. Has a ring to it. I do want to do a few more chit chats because I don't really talk to anybody, so kind of like talking to myself, getting it off my chest. But I do hope some of you guys try this out if you're looking into playing around with makeup more, adding a little oomph to your day-to-day looks. And if you enjoyed this video, of course, please like, possibly subscribe if there's room in your subscription Rolodex. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye.